Hello, everyone. I'm Frank, and welcome to Frank Puzzles. And just a plea, if you haven't subscribed already to my channel and you enjoy my content, I'd appreciate it if you actually did subscribe because it helps show your support and helps let me know that you support my channel, which I do appreciate. Um, this is today's challenging level puzzle. We've changed it to from average to challenging because that seems to be more appropriate. And today's challenging level puzzle is called Waterlogged Techniques by Gene. And here are the rules. This puzzle is for a prompt to make a puzzle based on a family member. As both of my parents are authors and avid lovers of the written word, the process of solving this puzzle is intended to evoke perusing through a library filled with books. Very cool. Like that, I like the idea. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and box. Digits in cages do not repeat. Each cage is either full of oil, even digits, full of water, odd digits, or a mix of both. In all cases, each row within a cage is of just one type, oil or water. So it would be just all evens or all odds. Oil floats on water, so even digits will always be in rows above odd digits in mixed cages. So the point is that, like, basically, it's like whenever you have oil on water, oil always rises to the top and is floating on the water. So therefore, all the water, which would be odd numbers, would be in the lower rungs of the cage, and the oil would be on top, which are even numbers, and they would always be on the topmost rungs on the cage. So as an example, an example of this would be like 2, 8, 9, 5, 3, 1. So all the odd digits are at the bottom, are below all the even digits, which is the oil. So remember, the water is all on the bottom. The oil must be on top. And if you have so say you have this one. If one of these was odd, say it was a 3, then the other ones would also have to be odd because you can only have one of a certain type on each row. If it were even, all of them would be even, and you would also know some other information too. But that's how oil and water cages work. And digits cannot repeat in cages, remember. So clues outside the grid are numbered room clues and indicate the digit that has to be placed in the nth cell from the clue, where n is a digit in the first cell from the clue. So, clues outside the grid are number room clues and indicate the digit that must be placed in the nth cell. So if this was to be, for example, a 9, the 3 would have to be in the 9th cell. Yes, from this, in this direction. If it obviously was a 5 or whatever, that would be a 3 because it's the 5th cell. If it's like 3, well, okay, that wouldn't work. Okay, that's actually giving you a clue. But anyways, if it was in 7, that would have to be in the 7th cell. So 3 would have to be in the 7th cell. So the clues on the outside tell you where these digits have to be. Those are the digits that have to be in the nth cell, where n is basically the digit in the first cell from the clue. And white dots separate consecutive digits. So if this were a 5, this would have to be a 4 or a 6 to be consecutive with it. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, so one thing first. This we know has to be, actually these two we know have to be water, and therefore odd. Because we know you can have at most 4 even cells. and we're going to make the oil green, right? So there's at most 4 even cells there. Similarly, these two have to be odd because there's at most 4 even cells. There could be 4 evens here. That's possible. This is consecutive with this. So one of these... So yeah, we don't know about that one. So this one must be odd. The 3, we don't know where it is. The 4, we don't... Okay, so 3... So... The 8 has to be one of these. The 8 has to be one of those. So, okay. For numbered room cells, you can never... Unless you have a 1... You can never have a 1 in the first cell. Unless the clue is a 1, you can never have a 1 in this first cell. And in addition, you can never have this number in the first cell either, right? So this can never be a 3, because if this is 3, the 3 is saying that the 3 has to be in the third cell, but that's not possible because the 3 is in the first cell, so that's a contradiction. So it can never be 3 or 1 for this this cell specifically. This can't be 1 or 4 in that cell either. We know if there's 2 numbered cells together, they have to add up to 10, right? It can never be 5 because then this would be 5 and that would be 5. But it can't be 4 and 6 because the 4 can't be in the fourth cell if it's already considered a 4. It can't be 1, 9, so this is 2, 3, 7, or 8, right? This is 2, 3, 7, or 8. So because there's a 4 in both of these clues, the 4 has to be either here, which would mean this is 2 and that's 8, here, which means that's 3 and that's 7, here, in which case this is 7 and this is 3, or here, in which case this is 2, 8, and 2, right? It cannot be 4 and 6 because if it's 4, obviously it's not in the fourth position because it would be in the 4, yeah, so this is 2, 3, 7, or 8. So the 4 is one of those two, or the 4 is one of those two. So 4 cannot be one of those 3. So 4 has to be one of those 2, or one of those 3, or one of these 3. Okay. These have to be different entropies. And by entropies, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, 8, 9. Because obviously if one of them were 1, 2, and 3, there can no longer be a 3 in these sets, right? So say this was 1, 2, or 3. Obviously it can't be 3. It can't be 1. Then obviously it would have to have a 2 or something along those. You cannot. Okay, so it would have to be like, say, let's use 4, 5, or 6. That's easier. If this is 4, 5, 6, that would mean the 3 would have to be here, right? Which means 3 cannot be in any of these boxes. So this can never be 4, 5, 6 in that case, if that's the case. So that's how number of cells somewhat limit things. Even cells are always on top. So 1 could actually be in the 1 position. And that's the only time you can have a 1 next to a digit that is numbered. That is a numbered rooms clue. So these two are odd. These two are odd. If one of these is odd, the rest of them must be odd. Hmm. So since these two are odd, this one has to be even, right? It can never be. Say we tried to make it odd, all the rest of them would have to be odd, and you would have 6 odd numbers in box 8, which is not allowed. So therefore, this must be even, which means this one also has to be odd because there's only 3 now at most even numbers there. Okay, so this one has to be even. We know that for certain. So that because we can only have 5 odds at most in a column, and this would be 5, right? Same with this one. This is even also. So therefore, this can never be even because that would require all 3 of these to be even. So therefore, this is always odd. One of these is odd. One of these is even. Hmm. So because we know this is odd, these two are at most odd, so therefore that's even. So then this one can never, well, could be even. Could be even, even, even. That's possible. Interesting. So if these two are odd, that would mean these would have to be all even, which would mean that's even. That's interesting. If these are even, that would mean those 3 are odd, and this would have to be odd. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. So if these are both even, that would mean this has to be even, which means these two are odd. This could not be even. This would have to be odd. Obviously, these would be odd. So then one of these would actually have to be even. So therefore, these would both be even. Oh, that's interesting. And this would be odd, which would force these 3 to be odd, and therefore that to be odd. Huh. That's if that's even. If this is odd, then at least one of these is even. So that has to be even, right? And then either one of these is even and one of them is odd. So this is even then. This would be even, and this would have to be even then because these are even. Hmm. What about, okay, let's go the other way. What if this is all odd? If this is all odd, then these two have to be even. right? Which means one of these, that means this is even. One of these is even. We know one of these is even. So these cannot be even because then that would be 5 evens there. So this has to be odd, which forces this to be even, which forces that to be even, and this is even. We know at least one of these is even, so therefore this must be even. Oh, excuse me. So this looks possible. So this cannot be 3 or 4, right? This can't be 3 or 4, so 3 can never be here, and 4 can never be here. It can't be 1, obviously. It can be 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So if it's 2, 4 would have to be here, which works. Can it be 6 or 8? Maybe. This is same. This is 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. It can never be 1 because then obviously 3 and 4 can't be there. If it's 3, 3 can't be in the third spot. If it's 4, 4 can't be in the fourth spot. So this can never be 4. We know it's even. It can't be 8 either. This is 2 or 6. So 8 is either 2, which it could be, or 6, which it cannot be because that's odd. Therefore, this is 2. And therefore, this is 8. So this is even. We know both of these are even. There's an even here. Therefore, these cannot be even because if this is even, that has to be odd. So either, and if that's odd, it has to be odd. So this is odd either way, which makes this even. So this is 5, 2, 6, or 8. This has to be even too. And if it's 2, the 4 is here. If it cannot be 4 here, so this is 2, 6, or 8 here. This is even. It could be 2, 4, 6, or 8. This, therefore, is even. So this can't be 2 anymore. It can't be 4. If it's 6 or 8, then all of these would be even, but then it would have to be one of these two. So that's not possible. So this has to be all odds. So these are all odd. So this is 5, 7, or 9. So 4 could be, so these are all odd. So this is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. But this can't be 1 or 3 because, again, so 3 has to be, one of them's 5 and the other one's 7, 9, right? Because of what I said earlier. So 5, 3 has to be one of these two. So because this is 5, the other one's 7 and 9. So that means the 3 has to be one of these 3. And this is also 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, but can't be 3. Okay. 3 odds. Cannot be 6 then. So this is 2 or 8. So 4 is either here or 4 is here. We're not sure which. This is also 2, 4, 6, and 8. So this can't be 2 because 3 can't be there. So it's 4, 6, or 8. 5 we know is here, so this can't be 5. 2, this says the 8 is there. 8 cannot be in 7, 8, or 9. So this is 1, 3, or 5. It cannot be 1, obviously. So 8 is either here or here. 3 or 5. It still could be in 3. So this is consecutive with this, right? But that could be anything. One of these is even, but that doesn't tell us anything. So it's either 4 or 6 here, which means it's corresponding with 3, 5, or 7. This can't be 5, though. So this can no longer be 3. So this would have to not be 7 then, because the 3 cannot be here. Because we know the 3 is one of those two from this 5. And then we know one of these is 3, but we're not sure which. So this can't be 3. So 3 could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 here. This could be 5, 7, or 9. So this could be 3, or this could be 3 in this column. 1 cannot be 1, and it cannot be 9 here. Actually, it could be 1, sorry. So this is 4, 6. Okay. So therefore, 8 has to be one of these 3. 8 has to be one of those 3. Because we know that's 8. One of these is 4 or 6. This could be 2 or 8. Eight is in 3 or 5. 3 is in 4, 6, or 8. So either that's a 3, or that's a 3. 3 has to be in 2 or 8. So this is 3 or this is 3. Obviously 3 can't be there. Can't be 1. So this is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, this can't be 4. If this is 4, this says that 4 has to be in the 4th position, so that would also have to be 4, so that's not allowed. So this is 6. Where is the 4? This could be 4 if that's 6. Right. So then 4 cannot be 1, cannot be 2, could be 2, could be 3. Can't be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 4 could be any of these. Yeah, that seems fine. 4 is either 5, 7, and 9, so this can't be 4. So this could be 4, this could be 4, and that could be 4. Hmm. So 3 could be 5, 7, 9 also. If this is 5 and 9, that means 3 would have to be here, which means this is 5, which means this would be 8. So that seems... So then this would have to be 3 and 7. Okay, so one thing is, okay, so if this is 5, 9, obviously 3 would be one of these two. This would be 5, therefore this would be 8. Therefore 2 and 8 are eliminated, therefore this would have to be the 3. And this would have to be 7. So the 4 would be here. This would be 3. This would be 7. Therefore, this 3 can never exist. So this can never be 9. Right? Because we tried this being 5, 9. And therefore 3 is here. That forces this to be 5, which makes that 8. Which makes this 3, 7. Hmm. So we know 4 has to be one of these two. So this, right, because these can't be 4. This can't be 4 because it can't be, if it says that 4 is in the 4th spot, but then it's in the 1st spot. This can't be 4 because this can't be 3. Therefore, 4, and we know all of these are even because the row is even, and therefore that's the 4th one. So 4 has to be here, which means none of these 4 can be 2 or 8. Right? So this can't be 2 or 8. Actually, no, it can't be 2. It could be 8 still, but it cannot be 2. So this can never be 4. This can't be 4. So this can't be 2. So this is 7 or 8. This is 2 or 3, which means 4 has to be one of these two. So this cannot be 4. 4 is one of those two, right? So this can't be 8, right? Can't be 4. This is 2, 3, no 4, 5, no 6, 7. It cannot be 8 anymore because it can't be any of those. It can't be 7 or 9. So it's 2, 3, or 5. So 4 here has to be one of these 3. So if this is 5, this could no longer be, this would have to be 7, and then 3 would have to be in the 7th spot, but that's not possible. So this can never be 5. So this is 2 or 3, which means this can't be 4. This can't be 4 because we know it's in one of 2 or 3. Therefore, this can't be 4, and therefore this must be the 4, which means this is 2. Which means this is 6 or 8, and this is 6 or 8. So 4 cannot be here. So 4 is one of these two, 4 is one of these two. 3 is one of these two, 3 is one of these two. If this is 2, that would mean the 4 has to be in the 2nd spot. But then that eliminates both possibilities for 3 being here. And we know there has to be a 5 because we know these are all odd and it can't be 1 or 3. And then 1, like you can't have 2 in 7 and 9, right? So that doesn't work. So if this was 2, this would force the 4 to be in the second spot, and therefore 3 would not be allowed in the first or the second spot, so that's not allowed. So therefore this must be 3. Oh, wait, but then we have a similar problem here, right? This is 2, which would be 4, so this can't be 3. Oh, but this could be 3, right? So then 4 is in the third spot, so this can't be, so therefore this is 7. This can't be 4, where is this has to be 5. The 3 can no longer be in the 7th spot, so it has to be in the 9th spot, so this is 3, which makes this 5, which makes this 8. So this can't be 8. So this is 2, 4, and 6. 8 can't be here, therefore this must be odd, which means the other 2 remaining are even. Therefore, this is odd. This can't be 2 or 4, so this must be 8, which means this is 2 and 4. 2 and 4 cannot be next to 3 and 5 anymore, so this has to be 1 and 2, and that's 4. Actually, we already knew that from there. So these are all even. Since this is even, all 3 of these must be even too. So this has to be 6 or 8. This is 2, 6, or 8. So this is even also, which means the rest of this is odd. This is obviously odd. This is odd. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 odds. We have 4 odds here. So these cannot be 3 odds here, because that would be 7 odds. Therefore, this is even, which forces this to be even. So this can't be a 3. This can't be a 3. So this is 6 or 8. This is 4. We know this, so this is 3. This has to be 3 also because of the 2. This is 5, so this forces this to be a 4. So neither of these can be 4. So this can't be 4. It can't be 6 or 7. It's with 3 and 5. This can't be 3. This can't be 3. Because we have the 3, 2, and 3, 4. So that's fine. This is obviously odd. This has to be odd because we have 4 evens now in row 4. This is even. So this has to be odd, which means this is... Wait, hold up. This is even, which means this has to be odd. And therefore this is even. This can't be 2, 4, or 8, so this must be the 6. We now know that these 2 are odd. Which means we have 5 odds in column 6, so this must be even. And it must be the 4. Because this can't be 2, 6, or 8, so therefore this is 2, which makes this 4, 6, and 8. This can't be 6, so therefore this must be the 6, and it must be the even. The 2 is one of those. These are both odd. This is odd. This is odd. This can't be 3 anymore, and it can't be 5 or 6 because those are both odds. So it has to be one of 7, 8, or 9. So the 4 has to be one of those 2. Oh, also we know 8 is here, right? So this can't... Okay, so first of all, this can't be 9. This can't be 9. This can't be 8 because 8 has to be one of those. This is 1, 3, or 7 with 8. So this is 1, 3, 7, 8. Obviously 3 can't be here. This can't be 7. So 4, 7, and 9. This can't be 4. This can't be 4. Because of this 4, therefore this must be the only possibility for 4, so this is 9. Which means 9 has to be this one, because it can't be consecutive with 4. Therefore, we have 1, 3, and 7. And this can't be 1, so therefore the 1 has to be here. This is 3, 7. This can't be 3, so this is 7. This is 3. This is 9. We have, this can't be 4, so this is 6, 8, 6, 8 pair, therefore this is 2. There cannot be any other evens in column 8 because we have 4 of them, so therefore the rest are odd. So this is odd, and these two are odd. So this can't be 8. Well, we know all of these are odd because we have 4 evens in box 9. Therefore, and this one's odd. We have 5 odds now in column 2, so the rest are even. So this is even, which makes this odd because we now have 4 evens in row 8. One of these is even, one of these is odd. This has to be odd. This has to be even, and it's a 2. This is 2, 6, or 8, so this is 6 or 8. This is 2, 6, or 8, but it can't be 2, so this is 6 or 8, which makes this the 2. So this is 2, because we have a 6, 8, 6, 8 pair in column 2. This has to be 1, 5, or 7, but it can't be 7 here. And it can't be 1 here, because this would have to be 2, and that's not possible. So this is 5 or 7. This could be 1 or 5. This 1 cannot be in 6, 7, 8, or 9. And we see 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, this must be 1. So the 1 is in the first place, which works, which makes this a 5, which makes that 7, which makes that 1. So this cannot be 1. So the 1 is in the 1 place. This is 1, 5, or 9. Right? 1, 5, or 9. And this can't be 5. This is 1 or 9, so this cannot be 9, so therefore this is 1, which forces this to be 9. So 1 cannot be in the third spot, so therefore this is 5, and therefore this is 1, which makes this 7, 9. This can't be 9, so this is 7, this is 9. This has to be 3 and 5. And this is 3 and 5. This is 3 and 5. This has to be 9 then. So what is in this box? It can't be any of the numbers that are already shown, and it can't be 3 and 5 because of the pair, so this is 7, which makes this 3 or 5. Okay, this is even. One of these is even. We have 5 odd digits in column 9, so these two have to be even, which forces this to be the 8. And this can't be 8, so this is 4, 6. This can't be 8, this is 4, 6. This has to be the 5, because there's no other place for it. This can't be 8, and therefore this is odd. We have one of these is even, one of these is odd. We're not sure which. And we have to have a 7 with it. So 6, 7, whoops. This is 6, 7, or 8. This is 6, 7, or 8. We have a 6, 7, 8 triplet in box 7. So the rest of it cannot be 6, 7, or 8, so it's 1, 5, and 9. So this is 1 or 9. It can't be 9. It can't be 5, so this is 1. This can't be 1 or 9, so this is 5, and therefore this is 9. This is also 6 or 7. Cannot be 8, though, because of this 8. This is 6 or 8, this is 6 or 8, which forces this to be 1. So this cannot be 1. 1 can't be here, 1 can't be here, 1 can't be here because of this 1. So these ones eliminate those ones, so therefore this is only 1. We can remove the 3s. We know one of these two is 8. We don't know which, though. This has to be 7 and 9, so that can't be 9. Therefore, this is 7. That's 9. Therefore, this has to be 5. We have 3, 4, 6, and 7 here. This can't be 4 or 7, so it's 3 or 6. So the 4 is in the 5th position, the 3 is in the 5th position, 3 is in the 9th position. Okay, so 3 has to be in the 8th position here. So this is 8, this is 6. This cannot be 8. This cannot be 6. 3 is not in the 4th position here, so this has to be 6, which makes that 4. That makes this 8 and this 4, so this can't be 4. So we have 3, 6, and 7 here, which makes this 8. This 6, which makes that 8. This 7, this 6. So this is odd, and this is even. Which means we have 4 evens in column 1, so this is odd. And therefore it's the 7. This has to be 6. This has to be 8 because there's no other place for it, so therefore it's even. Which makes this odd. Actually, no, this is even too. So this is 2. And this has to be 3 because of Sudoku. That's 7 because of Sudoku. This can't be 6 anymore, so this is 3 because of Sudoku, and it's odd, which makes this the even one. So therefore, this is 6. This can't be 5, so this is 3, this is 5, this is 3, and that's 5. And that's a solution. Fairly straightforward. Wasn't too challenging, I guess. But I guess challenging enough for challenging. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.